Alright, so what I did actually just finished watching 3 hour long Charlie Morgan video about axioms, right? Um, to be honest, this is just insane value. And I'm basically recording this video just to, I guess, reflect and memorize information better and just post it for accountability, I guess. So let's see. I created a document here, so what I'm gonna talk about, like what's the main points I got from this video, which is basically like just copied from Croc, honestly. Um, yeah. So the first one is causal law. Basically, that nothing is luck, and you can control anything, like literally anything. And the second point, that money is created. Money equals value created. And basically what? Okay, so value doesn't exist physically, but it's in the mind. It's mostly talking about psychological pain, not like literally. Uh, Pain, like value created by getting rid of pain, basically. So pain evaluation equals value equals money pain and basically receiving money. That's how this is made basically. Okay, I'm not gonna go through all of that, to be honest. I don't think it's really that useful. I'm gonna just go and delete it like that. But yeah, it's a real long course. I believe it's like 80 hours total of content, as you can see. I'm gonna get to this one later. Okay, yeah, actually gonna go to this um, right now. Okay, this is basically the whole way of making money. So we're gonna start with identifying problem and applying critical information over some period of time to get a solution. Okay, and next up, we need to alleviate pain, get rid of the pain for customer, basically, whatever it is, person, business, it doesn't really matter that much. So we need to solve the problem that is causing the pain, basically. And we need to come up with solution. We coming up with solution based on having critical information. And it's not any type of information. It have to be objectively true and objectively work. Okay. So next, when pain is alleviated, we have to basically connect created solution with our job. Basically, that's how I would call. So we basically alleviate pain and associate with your solution over the time, and that's how do you create value. Yeah, so as it says here, value is created when a human being associates the alleviation of their pain with solution. This is a really important one. And when value is created, it's basically the easy part now. So we just have to actually receive it by financial transaction. And that's how money is made in this case, basically. Okay. Yeah, and basically it all rolls on critical information, basically. So we have to know critical information and know how to apply critical information. And this is how to apply it basically. Unfortunately, it's not that good here, but I'm just gonna fix it in a second. Okay, gonna take some time, but it doesn't really matter that much. I don't expect anyone to actually sit and watch those videos, honestly. But yeah, so this is 12-step process on how to actually combine right through which is, well, basically just other words for critical information. Yeah. So first you have to define it. What is it exactly? Yeah. So you have to define what is your problem right now in order to get information. So the next one, you have to actually look for information. For example, just opening the next Google tab and asking Google like how to fix, for example, your sleep schedule. And only then you are actually gonna start searching for the required information. But it can be any information given on Google Chrome, right? But it actually you're gonna have to decide and process it for in order it to be right. So the next step is receive this information. Basically, come into contact with it by, for example, again googling it. Next, you're gonna process it. By processing it, it's just better. It just need to make sense in your brain. It can take longer for someone. For someone else, it's gonna be a bit faster, but still, you have to take your time and actually process the information. Yeah, and then judge on the topic if is this information is actually useful to you or no, because it is obviously a lot of different stuff on the internet, a lot of it, and this is one of the critical skills that you have to know how to detect right instead of false one. And then you have to decide, should I use this information or just skip it and find better way, honestly. And if you decide that, yeah, this information is actually useful in theory, then you can act on it. And by acting on it, you obviously need to take some time, which can be different. And yeah, basically, by acting on it, it's actually gonna change the real situation in time. And then just ask yourself for a feedback. No, that's not everything actually. And the last thing, it's a four four things that matter in this consulting business, you can say, I guess. Sounds kind of cringy to me, but that's that's kind of how it's supposed to be. You need to fake it until you make it. So, first one is foundations and mindset. Second one is booking sales appointment and actually closing it and delivering value. Well, that's that's a lot of information. It's 28 pages and 3 hour long video, but yeah, I guess that's it for me for today.